Welcome back to another lesson in the study of success. Many businesses go into business kind of by circumstance, happenstance. They just find themselves selling something that people want, making money, and they have no formal structure. They basically, most people, or a lot of people, they start like with a hustle or a hobby, and next thing you know, they're in business. Well, in this video, I'm going to talk about the business entity, the structure, the legal structure that most beginners in business don't really think about. They don't think about until something happens and are forced to create a structure. So I'm going to give you the 5 mistakes to avoid when considering your legal business entity structure. But before I get started, here's a message from our sponsor. This video is sponsored by Brain Fellow Accounting Solutions, where we offer premium bookkeeping, payroll, and tax preparation services at affordable rates. Let's see how we can service you. Send us an email with your contact information and get a free consultation. Here are the 5 mistakes to avoid when considering a business entity for your small businesses. Number 1, not understanding the tax consequences. Depending on the type of business model or entity that you select, whether it's a sole proprietorship, a partnership as if you have multiple people doing it with you, if it's an S Corp, a C Corp, or a nonprofit. Depending on the type of business structure or entity you select, there's going to have certain tax consequences that come along with that. And not understanding those tax consequences usually will end you up paying more or creating more of a tax liability than is necessary, which takes away from your profit margin. So understanding the different tax implications of each structure, of each entity, that's going to save you a lot of time and money when dealing with the tax man. Number 2, thinking you don't need a formal structure. Once a person or group of people are in business and they're making money, then it's easy to go on without even thinking you have to put something formal in place. If the money's coming in and people are living and eating well, they say, hey, we're having a good time. Let's just keep doing this. However, those good times don't last long if you don't have the right structure in place. Because at some point, there's going to be tax consequences. There's going to be legal implications. There are going to be things that can expose you and the group of people that you're working with, if you're in a partnership type of situation, that will make it can put you in a situation where you wish you had never been in business because it wasn't set up correctly in the beginning. So thinking that you don't need a formal structure is one of the first mistakes you can avoid. You do need a formal structure if you're in business. Number 3, believing that your entity or your business will protect you from all risk. It's not true. If you're set up as an LLC, which is a domestic corporation, a limited liability corporation, or a C Corp, or if you set yourself up in a nonprofit or as a partner in a membership inside of an LLC, you will or you can be exposed to liability. There is a such thing as a corporate veil, but that corporate veil can be pierced, and usually it deals with the intent. Now, your legal structure or your entity model, it will protect you from things that are done within the business as long as there's no ill will or gross negligence or things that could have been foreseen but not acted upon. So if you do anything with malicious intent, even in your business, you're still open to personal liability and responsibility. But if you're operating your business and you do something in the context of your business and something goes wrong, then yeah, you could be protected. It just depends on the intent and other factors that on a case-by-case basis. So don't believe that your business will protect you from all risk. And that's another reason why you have liability insurance to help further protect you from risk. Number 4, assuming you have to incorporate in Delaware, Wyoming, or Nevada. A lot of small businesses want to open up in one of those 3 states because that's the thing to do, because that's what you've heard on TV. or in the movies. There are some benefits, some pros and cons to doing that. And before you think that you have to set up there, I would probably recommend, depending on the type of business and what you're trying to do, it's always best to open up where you are, whatever state you're living in, unless there's some extenuating circumstances that will lead you to believe that it's better to open up in one of those 3 states that I named. Number 5, not having a formal agreement with your partners. A lot of businesses, especially if it's multiple people, they don't think to set up a formal agreement. And when the subject matter is approached, they are hesitant to sign or execute or even draw up a formal agreement. It's very important for partnerships. People usually think that, hey, we're friends or we're family, so we don't need that. Well, you don't need it when things are going good. But trust me, when things are going bad, to spell out what it is that you're doing, how you're doing it, who owns what, who gets what in the event of dissolution or death is going to be very important. Not only for yourselves as members or partners of a company, but also for your estate. This is just a part of normal planning that should happen when people are engaging in business. You have to have legal document or proof that what you're doing has been memorialized in a framework that puts you into a contract. And then that way everybody knows what's expected of them. So those are the 5 things, or these are the 5 mistakes to avoid when considering your legal structure or your business entity model. That's it for today, folks. I hope this lesson has been useful to you. If it has been, please give me a thumbs up. Make sure you hit that like button and that notification bell. Don't forget to share. We'll be uploading new videos on business-related content on a weekly basis. We believe that the study of success is essential to being able to achieve the degree of success to which you want to achieve. We believe that success is one of the keys to the good life. And as always, I'll see you in the good life.